To have the opportunity to put our problem in front of a bunch of whip-smart people from Alliant Energy was such a thrill for us. Our biggest challenge right now, and it was a very big challenge before Ideathon, was taking people who have an interest in volunteering and getting them to be actual volunteers. And we thought about it long and hard and tried different things, and then the opportunity for Ideathon came up and we jumped at it. We started an orientation program. We also wanted to share more about the organization and then ways that they can get involved. And it became kind of a long orientation session. We also had them come back for a first training in food safety, which usually went about 2 hours. So now you're looking at 3.5 hours before someone can actually get their hands on a volunteer experience. So our volunteer coordinator went to Ideathon, she presented this problem, and what we took away from it was to shorten this sucker up, to move to an on-hands activity during orientation, and then to shorten up that food safety training to something like 20 minutes long so that people could get right in and start volunteering. So what we have done now is we go in and do a walking tour of the facility and then do a hands-on activity. So we'll have people stock shelves. They'll do things like go through the bread in the hallway to make sure there's no mold. They'll sort through the cooler and see if they can find good produce that we should be bagging and putting in the coolers. People are actually commenting on the quality of the orientation and the information they're receiving. You know, we were so focused on thinking about it from the organization's needs. How do we bring these people in? How do we keep our culture? How do we make sure food is safe for our patrons? That we hadn't really been focusing on it from the prospect, from the volunteer's perspective. We always now think, what would Ideathon tell us? And they would tell us, think about your customers first. And in this case, the customer was the volunteer.